Now in some property of liquids, we can take one property is taken, vapor pressure, already explained to you. Boiling point can be explained similarly. We will take two property more. One is surface tension, second is viscosity. So let us take first property, surface tension. This property is linked to the strength of interparticle forces, the interaction forces in the molecules in a liquid. So we can take, suppose we have a container having liquid, so we can take two kind of molecules. One molecule taken in the bulk, it is called interior molecule, attracted in all directions. So net force will be zero on this molecule. Whereas the molecules in surface, it is surface molecule, the net attraction in this case is not zero, but the molecule on surface will experience a net inward pull. Means you can note down this point here. पहले आप diagram draw कर लीजिए, then write down this entire information. क्या लिखा है इसमें? A molecule well within the bulk of a liquid is uniformly attracted in all directions. So the net force is zero on this molecule. Now second case, a molecule at surface has no upper molecule. So what happens? It creates imbalance of forces at surface. Consequently, or as a result, what happens? The molecules at surface experience a resultant inward pull, and surface behaves as if it were stretched membrane or were under some tension. This is the basically reason or the basis of property surface tension. The surface molecules will experience net inward pull, and that will call this property surface tension. So let us take now definition of surface tension. Now how we define this property surface tension? We can have definition. If for a plane surface, आप लोग लिख लीजिए definitions का. For a plane surface, the force acting parallel to surface and perpendicular to the line of the unit length anywhere on surface is called surface tension. Symbol we can take sigma, gamma or T for surface tension, and it have units Newton per meter in SI system and dynes per centimeter in CGS system. Now what happened by the surface tension? Due to surface tension, the molecules tend to leave surface because of inward pull, imbalance force of attraction, and surface of a liquid tend to minimize the surface area as far as possible. In order to increase the surface area of the liquid, some energy has to be supplied. Because work has to be done, for doing work energy has to be supplied against the inward pull. This energy is called as surface energy. We can take unit joules per meter square, or unit becomes same as this, Newton per meter. Okay. Now what are the factors which can affect this property surface tension? So mainly we take effect of temperature on surface tension. With rising temperature, what happens? Molecules have high kinetic energy, and then that will decrease the liquid's surface tension. One expression is used here. Let us see that expression also. Now we can take factors affecting surface tension. One can be taken effect of temperature. It depends on attractive forces among the liquid molecules. Now what happens, or what is the effect here? More the attraction forces among the molecules, more will be surface tension. Now what happens with rising temperature? There is increase in the kinetic energy of the molecules, and it decreases the effectiveness. Of the intermolecular attractive forces which are existing in the liquid molecules, and therefore what happens? Surface tension decreases with rising temperature. Expression can be taken here. This is taken gamma, or surface tension is equal to K Tc minus T into D by M power 2 by 3. Equation given by Yotvas. In this expression, gamma is surface tension, K is constant, D is taken density of liquid, M is molecular mass of the liquid, T temperature, and Tc called critical temperature. Now you can see from here, if T approaches equal to Tc, when T approach Tc, what happens? This entire term becomes 0 or gamma becomes 0. इसका मीनिंग क्या होता है? At this stage, the meniscus between the liquid and vapor disappear. the meniscus between the liquid and vapor disappear. इसको ऊपर आप नोट कर लीजिए. इसमें आपको मेन देखना है कि विद राइजिंग टेम्परेचर हमारा क्या ऑब्जर्वेशन है. फाइनली विद राइजिंग टेम्परेचर व्हाट हैपेंस, सरफेस टेंशन डिक्रीजेस. बिकॉज इन एग्जाम यू गेट डायरेक्ट क्वेश्चन के which is true or false statement. Equation normally not required for doing any numerical question on this topic, just for information. Now other we can take here effect of after the effect of temperature we can also take here, we have some surface active substances like soaps and detergents. They also decrease the surface tension by decreasing the interparticle tension. Okay, so we can take next. Now if we can take some applications. Now we can take some effects. We will take two effects mainly here. One taken spherical shapes of the drops of liquids, and second taken capillary action. So first we can take spherical shape of the drops of liquids. Why this is it is so? You can get question in examination why the rain drops are spherical, mercury drops are spherical. So we can take here reason क्या होता है इसके लिए. देखिए, the lowest energy state of a liquid is attained when surface area is minimum. And now what happens, the spherical shape satisfy this condition. Means this can be taken one droplet, so we can have inward pull on into the interior. So in spherical shape this condition is satisfied because the lowest energy state of a liquid is attained when the surface area is minimum. In spherical shape this condition is satisfied. Now we can take application point of view or observation wise, we can take mercury drops are spherical. Then you can take sharp glass edges are heated to make them smooth. What actually happens here during heating, the glass will melt and the surface liquid tend to have the rounded shape. Okay, that on heating glass melts and surface liquid tend to take the rounded shape on edges. It is also called as fire polishing. It is called fire polishing, making surface smooth on heating the edges. Okay, it is one application. Second taken capillary action. So let us take next one. Now next can be taken capillary action. In study of capillary action, we can take, if we take the surfaces in the glass tubes of the liquids. In some case they can have concave surface, sometimes they have convex surface type, or can take it is called concave upward or concave downward surface. It depends on what? It depends upon the two kind of forces. One is called cohesive forces and others are called as adhesive forces. The force of attraction, both are the attractive forces. The force of attraction between the molecules of same substance are called as cohesive forces, and second, the attractive forces between the molecules of different substances are called as adhesive forces, while that in the molecules of different substances are called as adhesive forces. So sometimes we have in glass tubes surface can be taken concave upward or concave downward. It depends upon these two kind of attractive forces. Now if you take the glass if you take water in the glass tube, then it has concave upward surface. Why? Because the attraction forces between the water molecules in the glass is higher. The attraction force in the water molecules in the glass is higher. So what happened? That is taken, this attraction force in the water and the glass will be called adhesive forces when they are higher than the cohesive forces which are existing in the water molecules themselves. So for that reason what happened, they will have concave upward surface. On the other hand, if we take mercury, in the mercury the attractive forces in the mercury particles or atoms will be higher as compared to attraction force between the mercury and the glass tube or the glass wall. So what happened in mercury in the glass tube? What happened? Cohesive forces are stronger than the adhesive forces, due to which they will have concave downward surface. Okay, that's some application or effect linked to the surface tension property. Now we take next property taken is viscosity. Now we take next property in liquids is called viscosity. Basically viscosity depend on the attractive forces in the molecules. We have discussed in hydrogen bonding applications. The liquid molecules which are having among them strong attractive forces are said to be more viscous. Basically it is linked to the resistance for the flow of liquids. When we take liquids are flowing, then they can be supposed to make of a large number of layers. They are supposed to made of a large number of layers. The different layers are having among them frictional force, resistance force. That only we can link with property viscosity. So we can take, what is this viscosity? It is a measure of resistance to the flow arising due to internal friction between the layers of liquids or fluids as they passed one another when liquid flows. When the liquid is flowing, then they have some internal frictional force between the layers of the flowing liquids. Now suppose we have a liquid is flowing on a fixed surface. We have a liquid flowing on fixed surface, then what happen? The layer in contact with the fixed surface, they will have more attraction. So what happen? This layer remain almost stationary. The layer in contact with the surface is stationary, and the velocity of upper layers increases. You can take practical experience. If you take sometime water flowing in a river, or you can take in a stream, then what happens? We observe the layers. The lower layers are seems to be stationary. The lower layer seems to be stationary, whereas upper layer are flowing. When the distance of the upper layer increases from the fixed surface, the earth can take here, then what happens? The velocity of the upper layer increases. And if you take a fixed layer, suppose in any layer in between, then the upper layer will flow faster, so try to accelerate this lower layer also, whereas lower layer will retard its motion. That is given here. Okay, the layer in contact with the surface is almost stationary, and the velocity of upper layer increase with increase in distance of the layers from the fixed surface. This kind of flow, in which there is regular gradation of the velocity as we move away from the fixed surface, is called as laminar flow. Such kind of flow is called as laminar flow. And if you choose, suppose we can choose any layer in the flowing liquids, then what is observed here? The layer above it accelerates its flow, while the layer below it retards its flow. That is, frictional forces arising due to which it happens. Now if you take suppose a number of layers, then the force, this can depend upon the velocity and distance in the layers. That we can link here now. Now suppose we take this rough diagram for the gradation of velocity in the laminar flow. Suppose we take this as a reference layer, middle layer, which is moving or traveling at a speed u, and the lower layer have lower speed, how much du, and upper layer have higher speed, how much u plus du, lower have u minus du. Lower layer have lower speed because of frictional force. Lower layer will try to retard this motion, and upper layer accelerate the middle layer flow. So we can take here, if the velocity of the layer at a distance is dz is changed by a value du. It is distance in the layers dz. So in the distance dz, the velocity is changing by term du. Lower have speed, lower layer speed is decreased by du. Upper layer speed is increased by du as compared to middle layer. So what happened then here? The velocity gradient is given by the relational amount du by dz. Du is the difference of the speeds in the two layer with distance. That is called as velocity gradient. A force is required to maintain this flow of layers, and this force is directly proportional to what? The area of contact of the layers. The area of contact of the layers A, and velocity gradient du by dz. So you can write expression using this relation. Now you can say this force of friction in the layers is directly proportional to area of contact of layers and velocity gradient. When we write combinedly, we remove the sign of proportionality. We put eta as the proportionality constant. It is called as coefficient of viscosity. It is coefficient of viscosity. Now for this, what is unit? Unit can be taken here, Poiseuille, which is given here. We can take, let us say, definition of this coefficient of viscosity. Now if it is taken here, area of the layers, suppose taken 1 centimeter square in contact, you taken difference of the speed here 1 centimeter per second. Z is distance in the layers, parallel layers. Then what happens if A is 1, 1, 1, so eta is equal to force. That means you can write here that coefficient of viscosity, it can be defined. You cannot note the definition. आप लोग उसको note कर लीजिए definitions को. It is defined as the force of friction. Defined as force of friction required to maintain the velocity difference of 1 centimeter per second between two parallel layers 1 centimeter apart and having the area of 1 centimeter square. It can have what units? In CGS it can be taken units dynes centimeter square, dynes per centimeter square seconds, or poise. It is named after scientist Poiseuille. Or in SI system it is unit is Newton per meter square second or kg per meter second. If it is relation, what is relation? Poise is 1/10th of the SI units. Now one point which is normally given, effect of temperature. What happens with rising temperature for a liquid's property of viscosity? You can say with rising temperature for a liquid, this property viscosity decreases. Why? Because with rising temperature there is increase in the kinetic energy of molecules. There is increase in the kinetic energy of the liquid molecules or particles. So what happens? That decrease the interparticle attractive forces. Rising temperature decrease the interparticle attractive forces, due to which it is because of increase in kinetic energy of the particles. Therefore there is decrease in the viscosity. Liquid can flow more freely with rising temperature. So I hope it is clear. This topic is over, and with this chapter is also over. States of matter. Now we will take some question practice on this chapter, states of matter. Okay. Now let us take some question practice on this chapter, states of matter. Write down first question here. Calculate the molecular diameter of helium if its van der Waals constant small b is equal to 24 ml per mole. Try this question yourself. Now coming on solution part, देखिए easy question आपका बहुत है ये वाला. इसमें आपको equation ध्यान रखनी पड़ेगी. In solving the questions of states of matter chapter, you get question most commonly in the chapter numerical based question in topic states of matter, gas state mostly. So in that case you try to keep all formulas in mind. Now यहाँ पे कह दिया है small b, तो relation क्या था हमारे पास small b का? We discussed derivation also in topic, derivation of van der Waals equation. So small b is how much? Small b is 4 times the actual volume per mole of the gas. So small b is 4 into 4/3 pi r cube into Avogadro's number. Just equate this relation. Small b कितना दिया? 24 ml per mole means I can write small b is how much? 24 ml. I can write cubic centimeter per mole. Then R आपको दिया है diameter निकालना है, तो पहले रेडियस निकालेंगे आप यहाँ पर, और आपको दिया है Avogadro's number. Just put all the values. तो putting all the values here, 24 cubic centimeter per mole is equal to 4 into 4/3 pi r cube into Avogadro's number. Value given 6.02 into 10 to the power 23. This become in cubic centimeter. Means so we can get first here radius of the helium atoms, and then we can find diameter will be how much? 2r, and on solving the answer will come. We can find the answer first in centimeter, and then you can get in picometer. This value is coming 133.5 picometer as your answer. Now write next question. देखिए, calculate the pressure. Calculate pressure exerted by 2 moles of CO2 confined to 855 cc volume at 300 Kelvin using first ideal gas equation, second or B part is given van der Waals gas equation, Given the value of small a and small b. Small b is given for this CO2 gas 42.8 cc per mole, and small a is given 3.61 liter square atmosphere per mole square. So you try this question yourself. Now coming on solution, see question very easy. For calculation of part A, ideal gas equation PV is equal to nRT. From your pressure is how much? nRT by V. What is n given? 2 moles. R gas constant 0.0821. Temperature in Kelvin scale already given to you, 300 Kelvin temperature. Volume to be taken liters. To take 855 by 1000, 0.855. As a volume taken here, on solving this volume, your pressure will come 57.61 atmosphere. Your one answer. Part B. When we use Van der Waals gas equation, what is that? P plus A n square by V square into V minus NB is equal to nRT. Now in this case, everything is given to you. You have to take proper units only. For calculation of pressure and for getting the unit of R 0.0821, we will take volume in liters same, but A and B will be extra. A का आपको दिया है unit same liter square atmosphere per mole square, but आपका B का वैल्यू दिया है 42.8 cc convert to liter per mole, because we take B already given, volume in liters, n is number of moles, so we should take small b also in liter per mole. So how to get liter per mole small b? इसमें A आपको दिया already 3.61 in same units, liter square atmosphere per mole square. Small b is given 42.8 cc. How to make liter? 42.8 by 1000 liter per mole. You can use this value of A and B. Volume is same 0.855 liters. And number of moles are gas constant same 0.0821, temperature in Kelvin scale, and then you can solve for the pressure calculation. We know everything, leaving this only pressure. So on solving, pressure is coming here 44.27 atmosphere as the answer. So you can take the value of pressure are not same. Pressure is found to be lower in this case, indicative of attraction forces in the molecules. Anyway, this is the question taken here. Now let us take next question. Now write next question. Again, it is one common question given in exams on payload calculation. So that question is given to you. Through this question, the concept also will be clear to you. Write the question. लिख लीजिए. Calculate the payload when a balloon of radius 10 meter, mass 100 kg is filled with helium at 1.66 bar at 27 degrees Celsius. Given density of air 1.2 kg per cubic meter and value of R is given 0.083 liter bar per mole per Kelvin. So you can try this question yourself. Now coming on solution of this question. See, in this question one term is new for use, payload base. What is payload means? Payload actually can be taken like, देखिए सर payload का concept क्या होता है? If we take in the balloons, when we fill lighter gases, लाइटर गैस मीन्स लाइटर देन एयर. एयर में क्या होता है आपका मेन दो कंपोनेंट आपके N2 गैस एंड O2 गैस आर द मेन कंपोनेंट ऑफ एयर एटमॉस्फेयर. नाउ इफ इन द बैलून्स वी आर फिलिंग लाइटर गैसेस लाइक हाइड्रोजन और हीलियम, देन व्हाट हैपन? द बैलून राइज अप बिकॉज लाइटर गैस will rise up as compared to air if we have the gas. So what happen? That is the concept is used in questions of payload. So when you take lighter gases are filled in balloons, the balloon will rise up. So what we can do here, we can attach some load, some weight that the balloons can carry. That is called what is called as payload. How much weight extra can be carried out by the balloons when filled with lighter gases is called as payload. How this payload can calculate? This payload can be taken as the mass difference, it is the, we can take here mass of air displaced by the balloon minus, it's the mass of air displaced by balloon minus, we can take mass of filled balloon. Filled balloon means balloon filled with the lighter gases. That's the meaning of this payload concept. A mass of air displaced by the balloon minus the mass of filled balloon. तो आपको ये दो निकालने हैं मास को. अगर आप ये दो मास निकाल पाएंगे तो हमारा जो डिफरेंस आएगा मास का वो क्या होगा, इस बैलून का पेलोड होगा. तो लेट अस फर्स्ट फाइंड द मास ऑफ एयर डिस्प्लेस्ड बाय द बैलून. वो कितना आएगा, मास ऑफ एयर displaced by the balloon will be equal to the volume of the balloon into density, or the volume of air displaced, volume of air displaced into density of air. What is volume of air displaced? It is same as the volume of the balloon which have radius 10 meter. So it can be taken how much? 4 by 3 pi r cube. Radius taken 10 meter. This volume will be cubic meter. No problem, because we are given density of air in kg per cubic meter. So into 1.2. This becomes the mass in kg. If the mass of air displaced by the balloon coming in kg, it is volume into density of air is the mass of air displaced by balloon. Now what is the mass of filled balloon? The mass of filled balloon can be taken the mass of empty balloon plus mass of helium in the balloon. What is mass of filled balloon? It is mass of helium inside the balloon plus mass of balloon itself. It is a big balloon of mass given 100 kg. So what the mass of helium displaced here? This can be we can take, this is given to you already. What is mass of helium? It can be taken the volume of the balloon. From the volume of the balloon we can find what here, first number of moles. After number of moles calculation we can find then here volume of the helium gas in these conditions, and then first we get the number of moles. After volume is known to us, we get the number of moles into molar weight of helium. So we can calculate this way here. What is mass of helium? I will do separate calculation for one line. Mass of helium is how much? It is volume moles of helium, moles of helium into molar weight. 4 it is gram, so we can take in kg. Now what is moles of helium? PV upon RT. Equation you can apply here. P आपको दिया प्रेशर, कितना आपको दिया प्रेशर यहाँ पर 1.66 bar. Volume of the balloon is this much here. It is given in what units? This volume is taken cubic meter. To make it liter, if I write, suppose this is the volume V, it is in cubic meter. How to make liter? Into 1000 divided by R.083 into temperature 300. So it is the volume of the balloon in cubic meter. We have made it liters into 1000 by RT, that the moles of the helium gas into mass of helium. Molar mass of helium can give the mass of helium. It is given in kg. It is in kg. That the mass of the filled balloon. Then the difference of two masses will be taken as payload of the balloon. Okay. So we can solve the answer. Answer should come on solving 3811 kg as the answer for this question. I hope it's easy question, but ये concept को ध्यान रखिए. If you get question at all in payload based question, you can approach this way. Okay, चलिए let us take now next. Now coming on next question. क्वेश्चन आपको दिया है द टोटल प्रेशर, आप लोग क्वेश्चन लिख लीजिए. द टोटल प्रेशर ऑफ ए मिक्सचर ऑफ हाइड्रोजन एंड O2 is 1 bar. The mixture is allowed to react to form water, which is removed completely to leave only hydrogen at pressure of 0.35 bar. Assuming constant volume and temperature, find the composition of original mixture. लिख लिया? Now try this question yourself. Now coming on solution. See, this question is involving concept of limiting reagent, because when the mixture is reacting here. Now we can take in this question to solve here. What is given to you? Volume and temperature are constant. So in the condition of constant volume and temperature, for the gas, pressure is directly proportional to number of moles. If V and T are constant, when V and T are constant, then for the gas, pressure is directly proportional to number of moles. In solving this question, that concept we have to use. So we can take here hydrogen plus O2 when they are reacting, they can give water. Water means liquid state, we take here water, which is removed completely also. Now what is reacting amount here? If I take reaction amount reacting is, let us say it is X moles or reacting at pressure of X bar, then how much pressure of O2 will be consumed? X upon 2 bar. Because for 1 mole of hydrogen, half mole of O2 is consumed. For 1 mole of hydrogen, half mole of O2 are consumed. Therefore, if pressure is consumed X bar, pressure of O2 will be how much? Consumed X by 2 bar. Now, at the end of reaction, mixture contain only hydrogen is left behind. That means O2 in the reaction will act as limiting reagent. It is amount reacting only. I'm just writing amount reacting only. So that means the total it is limiting reagent at the end of reaction. So what we can write here? The pressure consumed of hydrogen is X. So total decrease in pressure, it is amount reacting. X plus X by 2, that is how much taken? 3X by 2. Then pressure remaining of hydrogen, 1 minus 3X by 2 is equal to how much? 0.35. From here we can find the value of X. निकल जाएगा इसमें से, कितना आएगा इसमें से? 3X by 2 is equal to 0.65, और X is coming how much? 2 by 3 into 0.65. So it is X. So total pressure of hydrogen is how much in the original mixture, और composition और mole percentage same रहेगा. कितना आएगा इसमें? 0.35 plus X. It is amount of pressure remaining plus pressure reacted. And for O2, what is pressure of O2 in the mixture original? X by 2. So on solving you can get the values. This will come here 0.78 bar. Remaining taken coming here 0.22 bar as your answer. Okay. So for the gas, pressure is proportional to number of moles. That point we are using in solving this question. Now let us take next question. Now write next question. देखिए how high, Radam, how high a column of air would be necessary okay, write next question. How high a column of air would be necessary to cause barometer to read 76 centimeter of mercury if atmosphere were of uniform density of 1.2 kg per cubic meter. Given the density of mercury is 13.6 into 10 to the power 3 kg per cubic meter. So try this question yourself. Now on solution part of solving this question बहुत easy है. For calculation of pressure, we take which expression? H dg या H rho g. This formula you can use for calculation of pressure. Now what is pressure of mercury column? Given this much here, it is taken h. Height of mercury column is we can take first for mercury column. Pressure can be taken 0.76 meter. H d आपको दिया 13.6 into 10 to power 3 into g. G तो सेम रहेगा दोनों केस में. And for air column, pressure can be taken how much? 0.7 means आपको h निकालना है. D दिया है air का 1.2 ग्राम kg per cubic meter into g. So equating to pressure, for having same pressure value, you can equate the two values. H into 1.2 into g is equal to 0.76 into 13.6 into 10 to power 3 into g. So g and g cancel out, and then rest on solving. H is coming on solving 8613 meter. That's the height of the air column, which can maintain this pressure of 76 centimeter of mercury. Okay. Now coming on next question. Write down, लिखिए. A spherical balloon of 21 centimeter diameter is to be filled up with hydrogen at NTP. With hydrogen at NTP. Full stop. From a cylinder. Sorry, not full stop. Continue. Filled up with hydrogen at NTP from a cylinder containing the gas at 20 atmosphere and 27 degrees Celsius. Full stop. If cylinder can hold 2.82 liter water, calculate the number of balloons. Calculate the number of balloons that can be filled up. Number of balloons that can be filled up. So try this question yourself. Now coming on solution part of this question. To solve this question, see, we can do what here? What is number of balloons in this case, which I can target directly here? Requirement. It can be taken the volume of the total volume of hydrogen available to be filled up at NTP by the volume of hydrogen required per balloon So it is the total volume of hydrogen available at NTP to be filled up by the volume of hydrogen required to fill one balloon or per balloon. So you can target these two terms only. So what is first can take here? Volume of hydrogen required per balloon. It is 4 by 3 pi r cube. What is radius? आपको दिया है diameter. From diameter to radius 21 by 2. It is cubic centimeter. This volume will be taken cubic centimeter. Now if you take cylinder can hold water, that means volume आपको दिया cylinder का इतना है. From this volume you can find the moles of hydrogen in the cylinder. In cylinder कितना आएगा? PV upon RT. P दिया है pressure 20 atmosphere, volume 2.82 liter, R gas constant 0.0821, temperature in Kelvin scale 300. That the number of hydrogen, number of moles of hydrogen in cylinder. What the volume of this hydrogen at NTP? कितना आएगा ये? आपका मोल्स निकाल दिया आपने यहाँ पे. मोल्स ऑफ हाइड्रोजन आप निकाल चुके हैं इनटू 22400 cubic centimeter. Now what the volume of hydrogen available? It is total volume. I'm writing suppose V. So what is volume available? V minus 2.82 into 1000 cubic centimeter. Why it is done here? This last point student normally don't think point properly. देखिए होता क्या है, द हाइड्रोजन इज कमिंग आउट एज लॉन्ग एज वी हैव प्रेशर डिफरेंस at NTP we have how much pressure, 1 atmosphere. At NTP we have how much pressure, 1 atmosphere, whereas in this cylinder we have pressure 20 atmosphere. So hydrogen will keep on coming from cylinder till we have difference of pressure. The moment pressure in the cylinder become 1 atmosphere, no more hydrogen will be coming out. That means the volume of hydrogen equal to 2.82 liters will remain in the cylinder. That volume of hydrogen is not available to be filled up in the balloons. So this difference taken is volume of hydrogen available. It is the volume of hydrogen available to fill in the balloons. I'm writing, suppose this is V2, suppose this is V2, I'm writing here, it is V2. Volume of the balloon can be taken. आपका आएगा सामने, आपका लिखा हुआ है, ये है balloon, volume of each volume of hydrogen gas required per balloon. So total volume available by volume required per balloon will give the number of balloons which can be filled up by the hydrogen gas. So I'm solving the answer coming here, 10 balloons. The answer for this question is 10. Okay. Let us take next question now. Now let us take two more questions on calculation of speed of gas molecules. Write both questions and try yourself. Write the first question. देखिए, the temperature at which VRMS, that is root mean square speed of O2 is equal to that of neon at 300 Kelvin is. आपको निकालना टेम्परेचर. Then second question आपको दिया है, the temperature of an ideal gas is increased from 120 Kelvin to 480 Kelvin. If at 120 Kelvin the VRMS is V, then at 480 Kelvin it becomes how much? So try yourself. Now coming on solution part of this question. Now for equating the VRMS of O2 and neon, what is VRMS formula of the gas? Root 3 RT upon M. When we have same speed, so what is VRMS of O2? For O2 we can take here root 3 RT. T is taken temperature. आपको निकालना है by molar mass of O2 32. For neon 3 RT, आपको neon में दिया temperature 300 Kelvin temperature by molar mass of neon 20. Equate the two relations, squaring both sides, and then common term can cancel out. What is temperature coming here? 300 by 20 into 32. That's all. 16 3 48, 480 Kelvin is the answer for first question. Equate both the speeds. It is for O2 VRMS, it is for neon. Neon have molar mass 20. Equating the speed of two types, we will have temperature, in this case 480 Kelvin. Now next question, the temperature of an ideal gas is increased from 120 to 480. We can see from here that VRMS or any kind of speed, in fact here, are directly proportional to root of temperature in Kelvin scale. In second question, so when we have temperature increasing 4 times, then the speed increase 2 times. 4 का स्क्वायर रूट कितना है, 2 आएगा. So when the temperature is increased 4 times, then the speed will be doubled. Double means if the speed is V, then answer will be 2V. That is how this question second will be solved. Are you clear? बहुत easy questions हैं. Now let us take next question. Now coming on two more questions on same concept on this kinetic theory base only. Right, next question. The kinetic energy of 2 moles of CO2 at certain temperature is 1800 calories. Then find temperature. Right, next question, you write both questions, then you try. They are easy questions. Question अगला दिया है, as the temperature is increased from 20 degrees Celsius to 40 degrees Celsius, the average kinetic energy of neon atoms changes by a factor of, कितना times होगा? तो try both questions at around. नाउ कमिंग ऑन सॉल्यूशन पार्ट, पहला क्वेश्चन देखिए करना है 3rd नंबर में, इजी क्वेश्चन है। व्हाट इज फॉर द गैस एवरेज काइनेटिक एनर्जी, आपको 2 मोल्स है तो 3/2 nRT। वी आर गिवन काइनेटिक एनर्जी 1800 कैलोरीज and they are 2 moles of the gas. R is gas constant 2 calorie. When we take kinetic energy in calories, we take value of R 2 calorie per degree per mole, and then temperature आपको निकालना है इसमें। तो in solving we can get temperature how much? We can take 2 and 2 cancel out, 1800 by 6, that is 300 Kelvin temperature. That is question number 3. Then 4th question, as the temperature is increased from 20 to 40, it is doubled. So what should happen to kinetic energy? Double? No. It is not the temperature in Kelvin scale. Remember, when temperature increases in Kelvin scale, double, then we can say this point is correct, double. It is Celsius scale. We told you that kinetic energy of gas molecules are directly proportional to absolute temperature. Meaning we take temperature in Kelvin scale. We take temperature in Kelvin scale. So we can use that point here. So as the temperature is increased from 20 to 40 degrees Celsius, the average kinetic energy of neon atom changes by a factor of, इसको करने के लिए आप क्या इक्वेशन लेंगे? सेम इक्वेशन। Average means per mole. So what happened in first case? What is kinetic energy? 3/2 RT. We have how much temperature initially? 20 degrees Celsius, meaning 293 Kelvin. In ratio, no need of putting the values. Then on changing temperature for the gas, what is new kinetic energy? 3/2. Average means per mole only. We have how much temperature? 313 Kelvin. So ratio taken of kinetic energy 2 upon kinetic energy 1 will be how much? Everything is common, only 313 by 293 times as the answer for this question. That is the question answer. Now next question given here, find the correct order of normal boiling points of O2, N2, ammonia and CH4 for whom the value of A is 1.36, 1.39, 4.17 and 2.253 liter square atmosphere per mole square respectively. And इसी का एक पार्ट और भी है कि in these gases which gas can be liquefied most easily among them. So try yourself both the questions. Now coming on solution part, see the boiling points are directly proportional to what? Boiling points are directly proportional to intermolecular attractive forces, is directly proportional to intermolecular attractive forces, and this value of A, van der Waals constant A, is given to you for these gases. This small a is a measure of van der Waals attractive forces among the molecules of gases. So when A higher, that means the gas will have highest attractive forces, and the gas which have highest attractive force can be liquefied most easily, and then will also have higher boiling point. So if you take the gases, ammonia have highest value of A, so this answer will come directly ammonia first, and then in the boiling point order, ammonia will have highest boiling point because the value of A is highest. A higher means strong attractive forces in the molecules, and then second किसका आएगा? Last gas है CH4 का, and then N2 and H2, N2 and O2. N2 have higher value of A as compared to oxygen, so N2 is the next one, and least for O2 become the order of boiling points. And the gas which can be liquefied most easily is the one which is having highest value of small a, because small a signify the attraction forces among the gas molecules. So for this question, answer become your ammonia. I hope it is clear. Fine. Let us take next question now. 4 different identical vessels at same temperature contains 1 mole each of C2H6, CO2, Cl2 and H2S at pressures P1, P2, P3 and P4 respectively. The value of van der Waals constant A is 5.562, 3.64, 6.579 and 4.49 atmosphere liter square per mole square for these gases in same order. Then find the order of pressures. Find the order of pressures of the gases. Now let's come on, you try this question yourself. Now let's come on solution part. देखिए A is a measure of attraction force in the molecules. So this can be taken pressure in first case P1, P2, P3 and P4. See, when small a is a measure of attractive forces in the molecules, if the molecules are having among them more attraction, then they hit the wall with lower force. Lower force means lower pressure. So whichever gas will have highest value of small a will have or will exhibit least pressure. So किस में आएगा इसमें P3 will be lowest because P is it is highest value. Next can be taken P1 and then next can be taken P4 and highest taken P2. If the molecules are having among them more attractive forces, then the pressure will be lower. So I hope it is clear. There are different kind of questions given in this chapter, states of matter.